All right, so good evening, everybody. Now we'll go into a brief lecture, and I'm still going to be giving opportunity to anyone that asks a question, because this is supposed to be an intervention call. What that means is that you'll be able to ask questions concern about your health, then I'll be able to provide answer that is specific to you and do this through this channel. So now, what we want to talk about tonight is how to reverse diabetes and hypertension. And also, I'm going to be giving some dietary guide, just a brief dietary guideline to those who might want to understand how they can better eat. So if you are with me and you can hear me, I want you to just let me know before I proceed, so that I'll be sure that people are actually following.
Yeah, we are listening. I'm listening.
I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm
All
listening.
right, thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you. So reversing diabetes and hypertension. We're going to be discussing about some misconceptions and pitfall. We're going to be talking about way forward. I'm going to be talking about some premium offer, and I'm going to be talking about some dietary tips that you should understand. So there are two possible parts if you have diabetes or hypertension, or if you have both. The first part is taking medication, and there is nothing wrong about taking medication. As a matter of fact, it might be necessary to take medication for some time. That might be the best thing for your health. So, but what you should also understand is that it is not compulsory to take medication for life. That's predicated on one thing. If you do what is right and you're able to address what the underlying problem is, that's basically what we do in this program. If you're able to achieve that, then you will be able to do without medication. So how do we achieve that? First of all, what's the pros and cons of taking medication? The pros and cons of medication is that when you start taking medication, you will later need more medication. So, and before you know it, you continue to need more medication. You continue to be in need of more medication. So, for instance, some people start, and when they first of all had the problem, they are able to control the diabetes or hypertension, taking maybe one drug. Before you know, there is need to add more drug, and gradually there is need to add more. So you discover that when you first of all started taking one medication is enough to deal with the whole problem. Not enough again, then doctor will add more to it. Then even after adding that, there might still be need to add another again. So it simply means that in this kind of a situation, that is what it means, is that the disease is progressing, is getting worse. That's why you have to need more medication to keep things normal. Now, to reverse it simply means that instead of it getting worse, it's getting better. And this analogy I usually give: if two vehicles want to reverse, let's say one is 20 meters away and another one is 5 meters away. One is 20 meters away, another one is 5 meters away. Which one will first of all get out? Can I have an answer, please? Which one do you think will first of all get out?
5 meters away.
Yes, the one that is 5 meters away. So please, there might be a little interruption now. Just hold on with me. I want to switch back to my computer. So all things being equal, the one that is 5 meters away is the first one that will get out. So that's what people need to understand. Like, and I've seen this quite a number of times. I've been dealt with hundreds of.
Hello, I again. Oh,
I can't hear you again. Oh,
All right, so I'm back here. I mentioned that there will be a break in transmission already. So we are talking about two people. One is like 100 meters away. Let's say another one is 20 meters away. And somebody had rightly answered, the first to reverse, if let's say both of them want to are reversing their car, the first to reverse is the one that is like 20 meters away. That's the one that will get out first. So it simply means there are no two, there are usually no two, you can't really compare one person to the other. It's a peculiar issue. So to get results, it simply means your experience must be tailored to yourself. So that's the implication. And again, what it simply means, if somebody is 20 meters away, 100 meters away, the person that is 100 meters away, if he comes back to 50 meters, he has started reversing. But until he gets out of the gate, he has not been fully reversed. The same thing with the person that is 20 meters away. You can come back a little. That doesn't mean you are fully reversed the situation until you finally get out of the gate. And you discover that when they are reversing the cars too, they get out gradually. It doesn't happen suddenly. So that's what people also understand. You get the problem solved gradually. So what does that mean? It is not a quick fix. And that's what you get in all these people that sells different things, concussion supplements, and that promise that it can cure diabetes, hypertension, and everything. They tell you that it will work quickly, all those kind of stuffs. But the truth is that it doesn't work that way. So everything is going to everything is going to have to progress gradually. There are no quick fix to the solution in reversing diabetes or hypertension. And the third thing to note is that it requires commitment. So it's not like something that just happens out of the blues. It's something that you must make an effort to achieve. There must be an effort to achieve it, but it is not impossible because many people have successfully done this before. Now, the second thing you need to understand is that also, apart from reversing diabetes and hypertension, some people just might want to deal with it in such a way that while they are taking their medication, they're able to do well. And to do that also, you need to understand the dietary aspect, the dietary and lifestyle aspect, like exercise and all the rest. So those two stuffs, those two aspects must be well understood. And so sorry, I have a little issue with the laptop, but I'll continue with my phone. So that's why you might not be seeing my screen. So, misconceptions and pitfalls. When we are talking about misconceptions that people have about this issue of reversing diabetes and hypertension, or even managing diabetes and hypertension with the diet, the misconception, some of it we have already addressed. It is not something that is a quick fix, as people think. You know, people just feel like, just tell me what to do. I want to kill this thing, you know. You discover that many times I don't bother to respond to any emotional questions on the group, because after so many years of dealing with people, I already understand that all those emotional outbursts doesn't really mean people are actually committed to their health as such. You see that if you look at the group, you can see 10, 20, 30 questions or more. So, but people will give excuse to come to a forum like this on Zoom. They just want you to just give them their answer on that group. But it's not like that. It's not what you can do a quick fix for. It requires commitment. Now, it doesn't mean that that is difficult, but I feel that most people don't even believe in the first place that they will be able to overcome the problem. So they don't just want to commit to anything as such. You know, they just feel like, just tell us what to do here and let us know. In as much as we already know that there is not going to be any solution. So just say whatever you can say again. So that's where the first problem is. You just have to be resolute that this matter, you want to resolve it. So the first misconception is to think that it is something you can just fix just like that. It is not difficult to fix. It is not impossible to fix. But at the same time, the mentality of a quick fix is not going to work. Now, another misconception is that, you know, over the years, most people have already heard that they are supposed to have the disease for life. So it feels like if at all there must be a solution, it must probably be something that is strange, maybe something that is a mystery solution from China, or something like a serious, you know, herb and concoction that is very bitter, so that when they drink that thing that is bitter, they are going to just feel well. It's not like that also. What is the problem in diabetes and hypertension? Like I've given a lecture on that. The common decimal in this is insulin resistance. Now, insulin is an hormone in the body, and this is a hormone that takes sugar from the blood and puts it into the cells of your body that needs it for appropriate functioning. So when the cells of the body is resistant to this insulin, that is what you call insulin resistance. So the sugar in the blood is going to build up and is going to become plenty. And that's how you get the high blood sugar. Now, how does high blood pressure comes in? The insulin resistance also plays a role. Then secondly, from the insults that is going on within the body, resistance to insulin and many other processes, there is something we call inflammation. Now, think about if your body, let's say you injure your hand, maybe with, let's say, fish bone or something, and it got swollen and it becomes red and it becomes painful if you touch it. That is what inflammation means. Now, imagine if that process that is disturbing your little finger, imagine if you now have that going on entirely in your body, in your blood vessel. So if that is going on in your blood vessel, that is going to cause a build up. I mean, the pressure in your blood is going to build up, because what is happening is that the arteries, the vessels in the blood are becoming affected. So circulation is becoming more difficult than it's supposed to be. So how can this thing be dealt with? Underlying insulin resistance and inflammation that is primarily implicated in these two diseases, underlying that has a lot to do with diets and the kind of diets that we eat. So now I used to hear people tell me that they want to stop eating carbohydrates, or maybe they tell people that, well, to deal with this problem, you should stop eating carbohydrates. It happens that virtually almost all the food we eat is a carbohydrate. So there is really nothing like, okay, stop eating carbohydrate, don't eat carbohydrate again. There is no way you will stop eating carbohydrate forever. But the thing is, there are different kinds of carbohydrates. Now, for instance, the vegetable is also a carbohydrate. And some people will say that they want to start eating beans so that they can be able to deal with the problem. But it happens that the carbohydrate content of beans is far more than the protein, the content of the protein. So invariably, you can even say that beans is carbohydrate. How much the carbohydrate content is. So you see, all this misconception must be clarified. So sorry, I'm trying to put up my slide again so that what I'm saying will be well understood. All this misconception must be well clarified. Now, what exactly is the solution? Yeah, so the solution is not about stopping to eat carbohydrates. There is really nothing that you cannot eat because you are diabetic or you are hypertensive. The solution is to ensure that the carbohydrate you are taking is a what we call complex carbohydrate. At least it has a lot of complex carbohydrate in it. That's one of the solutions. Now, I'm talking about two things at the same time. If you remember, some of these tips that I'm giving will deal more with maintaining an adequate blood sugar while you are taking your medication. There is another aspect which I think is what most people are here for, and that is to reverse diabetes and hypertension. Like I mentioned when I started, using an example of two people that wants to reverse their car, because there is peculiarity to individual. There is no one rule to reversing diabetes and hypertension for everybody together. So what we do on that, so what we focus on this program is at least what you will do such that you will see a remarkable changes in your blood sugar or blood pressure if you do it as we give you the advice. And that's why we have started for some days now. Regarding the aspect of reversing the diabetes and hypertension, it's going to be something that we deal with one-on-one with people who are interested in working with us. So that's what we do on our premium program. So I'm going to be sharing some dietary guide now. So dietary guide, number one, there is something we call glycemic index. Then there is another thing we call glycemic load. And there is another thing we call second meal effect. So what is glycemic index? So this only talks about how your blood sugar goes high or not after what you eat. And that also relates to the glycemic load. The load depends. So the glycemic index, now we have what is called low, medium, and high glycemic index. So you will need to do a little research to what I'm saying, because I won't be able to mention a lot of everything together. So what you need to do, if you want to have a better control of blood sugar. For instance, there are some people that they are using up to 2 or 3 medications, and despite this number of medication that they are taking, their blood sugar or blood pressure is still very high. So this tip is going to be very important for you. So you want to understand this concept that is called glycemic index, glycemic load, and first meal effect. So how do you apply it? Make sure that most of the food you are eating is between low and medium glycemic index food. For instance, a food like this yam, water yam. Water yam is a medium glycemic index. So you can substitute uh, your normal yam for the water yam. And water yam is also yam. It is also good. It is also sweet. When you look at food like this basmati rice or ofada rice, they are medium glycemic index food. So you can substitute that for your white rice that is high in glycemic index. So if both two people can eat rice, one eats ofada rice or maybe basmati rice, the other one eats the normal white rice that we usually eat. If you check their blood sugar at the end of the day, the one that eats the white rice would have gone very high. The one that ate the ofada rice or basmati rice will maintain their blood sugar at a good level. So now what has happened? It's simply because there are retained value in what the other person eats. What do I mean by that? There is something we call bran. The bran start for some fibers that encode the food you are eating. Many of it, when they are processing food, they are being removed. In any food where they have removed the bran, so it's going to be more difficult to have it's going to become a high glycemic index because the bran has been removed. So you want to make sure that you eat low glycemic index food first during the day. If that's the first thing you eat, subsequent food that you will be eating are not going to be spiking your blood sugar. So everything is going to be even all across. So that's the value of knowing the glycemic index, understanding the second meal effects, then the glycemic load also. Now, if a food has a good glycemic index and you still overeat simply means that excessive. Overheat doesn't mean that you are not eating, like this idea that people have that if you have diabetes or hypertension, especially diabetes, that you should not eat belly food. That's not what it means. In fact, you should eat to satisfaction. But when your food has become abnormal for normal adults, that is what is overeating. So eat moderately. Make sure that the food you are eating is between medium and low glycemic index, and make sure that the first meal you eat during the day has good fiber content. So when you do this, you are going to be able to maintain your blood sugar well. So that's one angle. The second angle now is to reverse diabetes and hypertension. So also, how do we do it? So those who want to reverse diabetes and hypertension, in respect to my discussion, are people that, first of all, the advice I will give you is to take the opportunity of premium program. Premium simply means that you pay some amount to join the program. So what do we do? I've shared out of up to 10 or maybe close to that understanding that we have about how to do all these glycemic index, glycemic load, reverse diabetes, reverse hypertension, and all the rest. I've shared a little with us. So, because those are the ones that you can understand, except I begin to speak medical jargon that will not make any sense. So what we do is we bring in all of this information, we bring in a different dietary approach that is totally different from what you have been doing. I know it's totally different because that's what you see people advise everywhere. And what do I mean by that? People are advised that, oh, you should remove carbohydrate from your food. I'm saying that that is not correct. Most of the food you'll be eating is carbohydrate. Most of the food we eat normally on daily basis is carbohydrate. And I've given you an example that even vegetable is carbohydrate. You understand? So even fruits are majorly carbohydrates too. So you discover that idea of stop eating carbohydrates is just a novice idea that is not correct. So, but over it's on the average, most of those who we have worked with takes like 3 months to be able to get out of using medication gradually. Some few people might take a little longer than that, but most of the people within 3 months will be able to achieve reversing diabetes or hypertension without the need for medication again. So it's going to involve at least taking a comprehensive dietary guide, meal plan for that period of time. That doesn't mean that that's what the person is going to eat for life. What we even want to do is to get the problem reversed so that the person can eat normal diets normally as well. So through that period of time, we'll bring in some changes that is peculiar to individual. That's why I cannot just say that, okay, this is what everybody will do. This is what everybody must do. Yes, there are some common things that we do, but there are some specific things that is just going to be okay. Having understood your peculiar situation, then we do that for you. So then number 2 is that you are going to need less medication as we start. So if you are going to need less medication, what are we going to do? How are you going to achieve this? Many people do it wrongly. Like somebody sent me a message some days back. So the challenge is that she was on our program and she was able to get everything resolved. And but she was doing everything on her own. So I told her what she can do to get our, what's it called, support. Please, you give me 1 minute again. Let me switch back to this system so that I can display my. Okay, let me go on. I'm trying to switch to my system. So in case there is a break in transmission, know that we are going to get connected back shortly again. So, like I was saying, okay, I'm switching now, please. So my voice will go off at any time. So the woman was able to achieve everything, get things back to normal. But unfortunately, after some months, she was texting me a few days ago, like that so many things has changed. The blood sugar is back up. I knew it's going to be back up because we are the one that have told you what you are supposed to do at different time. So don't think because you have been able to bring the blood sugar to what is now satisfactory to you, like the blood sugar has come down. It's not just about blood sugar. That's the main thing I'm saying. What we are dealing with. So you having achieved normal blood sugar will be happy. And we are also happy that you are happy. But normal blood sugar is not the evidence that it has been reversed. So we know when, personally, like know when to say, okay, this problem is resolved, this is what you should do, and not. So that's, having said that, because I want to take few questions and answer session before I end today, but let me use this opportunity also to complete, because many people will have the question about how can we join the premium program. So Oh, let me get to answer that. So if you want to join the premium program, it's simple. It's usually cost 25,000 per month for 3 months. So that's going to be 25,000 each month for 3 months. And that's going to be 75,000 for the 3 months. So, but trying to do something different for a limited time. So for a limited time, what we are trying to do is bring people on board. Like if you are listening to me now, that will cover you. But it's something that you just have to come on board immediately. So for that limited time, instead of paying 25,000 each month, you just pay 25,000 once, and we are going to be dealing with you for the 3-month period. So, and that's for diabetes and hypertension intervention program. So if you have diabetes and hypertension and you want to reverse it to the point that you will not need medication again, this is what I would advise you should jump on. So not just looking for diets to be eaten. I think the ideal thing is to get this matter reversed once and for all. So, but you will not be paying the 25,000 per month for 3 months, just once payment. And it's going to be, we are going to be dealing with it personally. Like this kind of intervention call that we are having now, we had yesterday. So it's going to be something of that nature. What do I mean by something of that nature? So what I meant is that you'll be able to, we're going to have the one that is classified for people that are on the program. So, and as you are following the program, we're going to be able to deal with you personally. I've had different people message me that they want to join. So I'm actually taking my time to explain this because of such people. So if you are interested, you're going to be making the payments to Smart Medical Limited. You can see the account on the screen. So you can just screenshot the account so that you can save us time. Account number is 0479 870792. 0479 870792. So that's the account number. So you send the evidence of payments to 080. Sorry, this number on the screen is not correct. There's a problem with the number on the screen, phone number on the screen. So it's supposed to be 080, not what is showing. (080) 3 50 50 222. So you can take a screenshot now. I'm going to be converting this program to the intervention call now for those who might have different questions to ask. Yeah. So this is the number on your screen. Smart Medical Limited. 0479 870792. And you can send me a message personally to talk more about this. So this is the end of the lecture and the discussion. Thank you for listening. I'll open the floor now to questions and answer. And if you have a personal question that borders on your health, that you want me to answer, this is the time to ask now. Thank you. And if you also have other questions that doesn't really, maybe you want to know how to join the program or whatever, you can also ask. So the floor is open now. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Please, I want to ask, aside this reversal of diabetes and hypertension program, can I ask a question aside this?
That this with what specifically?
As in kidney.
What's the concern?
Because I went to, Bias, I went to the state hospital, Niger Delta Teaching Hospital, and I did some scan because my left side of my rib side is swollen. So I did some scan. They said there's fluid inside the kidney.
Okay. So what's the question?
The question is, is there anything I can do aside, apart from the reversal of this? Is there any advice or something you can attend to me?
For that kidney issue, let them undo it in the hospital. That we call it hydronephrosis. So it's not a problem.
Hydronephrosis.
Yeah, so that's not a problem. Once they treat you, it goes away. Do you understand?
Okay, sir.
So
because they were telling me they want to carry out an operation and insert one kind of instrument inside of me to drain the water.
Yeah, so that's what they will have to do.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, somebody is asking if you're going to get the recorded session. This particular recording, I'm not going to be sharing this particular one. Maybe if I look into, there are reasons why we share or don't share recording. There are too many interruptions in this kind of recording, and it's not standard enough to be shared. So I likely will not share it. So, but there are some other recordings that might deal with something like this that I might share as we go on as well. No, no. All right. It's time for question and answer, please.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you. I'm with you.
Okay. So I don't know. My problem is hotness under my feet. I don't know the cause and how will I treat it. I've been to hospital.
The cause is you have diabetes, Abi?
I have, yes.
So that's the cause. We call it peripheral neuropathy. That's damage to, what is causing that is damage to the nerves. That's what is causing you to feel the hotness in your. So what you need to do is to come on board for like the program that I talk about, because what you already have been is complication of diabetes. And once you begin to have one complication, is a sure evidence that some other complication is going on gradually in other places. So what you want to do is to reverse. That's why I've just been shouting reverse, reverse, reverse. And people don't still understand.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So do you understand? So what you need to do is, like I said, to start the root cause, to reverse, and you get that one will get better too, and you'll be able to get over it, hopefully.
But the sugar level that I'm having is like 7, 8.
And that's high now. 7, 8 is high already.
Okay.
And you're taking medication.
Yes.
Yeah, so the medications also have their own contribution to that. And 7 and 8 is high. You don't say that what you still have is just 7 and 8. Those are high parameters already.
Okay.
Especially the fact that you are taking medication. So complications going on in different places.
Okay.
So would you like to be part of the program? I mean, the intervention program?
I would like now. As I'm listening, I'm interested in all the discussions.
So that's what you should do. Please join the program. That's how you can get this issue dealt with once and for all.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, I'll be rounding up this program soon. So does any other person have question?
Hello, sir.
Hello, yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
Sir, please, is 5, the sugar level 5, is it high?
Sugar level of 5.
Yes, is it
Are
high?
you taking medication?
No, I'm not. The
And
last
that's
time I did it was 5.
the 90 is okay. It's not high.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
As the other person asks question, the problem I have is that my foot, that is my foot for marching ground, normally hurts me. At times it make me discomfort, you know. And before I feel weak. But now I'm taking medication, but now I don't feel it. I don't feel that one again, you know. At times when I notice that when I do a lot of work, my muscle will ache me, you know. And at times when my sugar level is not stable, at times I'll get like 85, I'll get 97. At times it will run to 150. You know, at times we get to 120. So those are what I'm using to maintain. And lately I discovered that if I eat some certain food, my foot will hurt me. That is what I discover right now because I'm paying attention to eat. When I eat some certain food, my foot will hurt me. But when I eat some, like maybe all this food that have low something, like maybe a father rice and with enough vegetable to stay stable, you know. So I want you to share your own view on it because I want this thing to be reversed. I want a solution. I don't want this thing to continue. This effort of a thing, it discomforts me. So thank you.
Okay. All right. So, sir, you see, like I said, the simple solution to this is we'll be able to deal with this kind of a problem on the premium program. Do you understand? So what you have described so far is a classic example of someone that should just join the program. It's something that I might need to ask more questions. There might be some things that that is entirely peculiar to you and which I might not just know just by this interaction. So it would be great if you can take that recommendation, especially this period when we are already bringing down what it costs. So, yeah.
Okay. I'll join your program then.
All right, so you can send me a message on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yeah, please do.
You say you pay that 25,000 for 3 months, right?
It's supposed to be 25,000 per month for 3 months, but we just have a offer for 25,000 once.
Once, okay.
It's not like
we
you
do
have
that.
to...
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Okay. And again, it's not something that is on most time on Zoom, so that because at times I'm always engaged, so that I can be able to.
Zoom is just for the general program. So once you're on our premium program, we can tailor things to suit your peculiarity.
Okay. Okay, no problem. I'll do that. Health is wealth. Yes. By Monday, I think I should be able to send the money to you.
Please send me a message on WhatsApp.
Okay.
So that we can be sure to include you on this particular offer, because that's not what it goes for normally. So that it would not be like your hope was raised and at the end of the day it was not approved again.
Okay. But the problem will be resolved anyway.
It will. Don't worry about that. That's why we are taking all this time to deal with this on this program.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Please, if you are calling in, please can you kindly do? Sorry, sir. Where are you calling from? Where am I speaking from?
Hello.
Yeah, where are you talking from, sir?
I'm calling from Lagos State.
Okay. All right, thank you. So someone is raising their hand, AD. So please, you can go on and mute your mic and talk, please.
Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. I was the one that messaged you.
Okay.
So I have been with you since yesterday.
Yeah, so the question you asked, please, let's discuss it on WhatsApp.
Okay, because aside that, I don't have much question anymore since we've talked yesterday and you understand. So right. I just want you to reply me so that I will know where I stand. Thank you. So
send me a message on WhatsApp, yeah.
I have done that.
All right, I will get back.
Okay. Okay, I appreciate it.
You're welcome, sir. Okay. Any other question? So the floor is still open to call him.
Hello, good evening, sir.
All right, good evening, ma.
Yes, sir. My own challenge is
where are you calling from, ma?
Lagos.
All right.
Yeah. I said my challenge is high blood sugar, high blood pressure, and then arthritis.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So I don't know, can it be worked on too?
Yeah, very, very well. The program is specific.
Is arthritis included?
No, the program is not for arthritis, but
okay.
Almost everybody that have pain in different part of their body. Now, the pain that are as a result of inflammation, which arthritis is one of it, usually gets that pain resolved as well. You understand? So talking about this arthritis now, talking about maybe you have osteoarthritis, pain on your knees, thereabouts, yes, that's if you join the program, you'll be able to take care of that as well. But there are some problem with the bone that people might call arthritis that is not arthritis. So that's not the one I'm talking about. Because the reason is that, like I mentioned, inflammation, arthritis is also an inflammatory problem. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it gets taken care of along. In fact, people used to see changes in that before even the blood sugar or blood pressure. Do you understand what I mean? Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting it, sir.
All right. So if you are interested in the program, just send me a message on WhatsApp, please.
Hello, sir.
Hello, yes. Hello, sir.
Yeah, okay.
All right. When is the program?
Okay.
So we're already taking people for this new phase, and that's the phase that have discount. So you can enroll on it immediately. And by next week, we should be done with all enrollment and start. I mean, by, let's say, Monday, Tuesday, we'll start. So, but you need to come on board immediately before that time. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Sir.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, at least I forget. It's same AD.
What is it?
Hello?
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 Hello, I'm with you, sir.
Okay. I said over time, I've been having pain in my neck.
Okay.
And each time I go to the hospital and complain, they will tell me to do thyroid function test.
Okay. So what I would say is we have many people that have different challenges that by the time they begin to change diet, lifestyle, things we begin to ask them to do, those problems get resolved alongside. But what I just try to stay clear of is to be promising people that, okay, this also will be solved, that also will be solved. My primary focus is diabetes and hypertension. But from my experience, many of all of these diseases that deals with metabolism of the body gets resolved alongside as well. So why not? And when you come on a program, we are going to take a special look into that. If it is something that I might have a solution to profile for you, I will let you know. Otherwise, we are going to just stay within the diabetes or hypertension or both. That is the main challenge. I don't know if you get me.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what we should do. So, like some people that have questions on how will the class be delivered, mainly you are going to get some videos that contain some explanations. Then you get PDF document that you can print out. Then again, you're going to get my WhatsApp number, because we are going to be, as it progress, we are going to be talking on the progress. You also be added to a WhatsApp group. That is not the general group. The WhatsApp group is specifically for those who are on our premium program. We usually have a call like this, but it's not compulsory. Let's say your schedule could not make it. So there are many other ways of meeting up with those who are on the premium program, because you're already paying and you're on the premium program. So there are different ways of meeting up with you other than just the Zoom meeting. So I hope that clarifies the question for those who are asked that respect. So you can, if you have any question, you can bring it on board. I'll be closing the meeting in a few minutes now.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, please, what is my problem is this. I've been placed on metformin 1,000 milligrams. Hello.
Can you hear me? Hello, it's like there's noise in the background.
Okay.
Hold on, sir. Yeah, you are now.
Hello, can you hear me? I'm off it now.
Okay, I can hear you, please.
Yeah, I've been placed on metformin 1,000 milligrams.
Okay.
Then they say one in the morning, one in the night. The only thing I notice is this: whenever I took the medicine, I'll be having more frequent urine, even daytime at night. Whenever I stop
it, metformin, you urinate frequently.
Yeah, frequently.
Okay.
Then I've noticed it like a couple of times that whenever I stop, or like today now, I've not used it at all. There's something, I think my urine is like 3 times till now. But unlike yesterday, when I took it morning and night, it was just like flowing, going to urinate often. And I'll be having, that is one. And my head, I'll be having serious migraine, just different as well. Day, night, day, in the night, the daytimes and in the night.
Okay. Please send me a personal message so that I can talk with you personally and know what.
All right.
Just send me a message on WhatsApp.
Thank you.
All please, right. Bring out the account number again, please, sir. Bring out the account number again.
Okay, it's it that you have the account number on the screen.
Okay.
You can copy it, or let me call it for you. It's Smart Medical Limited, and the account number is 04
Medical Limited.
0479 0479 870792. That's Guaranteed Trust Bank. 047987.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Can you put the number? Can you put the account number on the platform?
Yes, I'll still do that, but you can just get it here also. You can take a screenshot or write it out, because I might not be putting it on the platform immediately.
Okay. Okay.
So you can just take a screenshot or get a biro to write it out. So that's 0479 870 792. All right, so let me take one or two, few more questions. I would like to go anytime from now. Few more questions. All right, I want to shut down. So if you have questions, can you kindly ask before I do that?
No sugar, now my sugar they high.
All right, it seems we've been able to address those who have concern. So, thank you for taking our time to join us tonight. Maybe just to be sure, anybody still have question? Please ask now before I go.
Limited.
All right, thank you, Sasama. So, for those who have indicated interest to be part of the program, please send me a message on WhatsApp. That's 0803 50 50 222. And if you want to, and you have not indicated also, please, if you want to reverse the problem, just try as much as possible to join the program. And it's a limited time offer. I can't really say when I'm going to stop, but of course, by the time we start the program, that's going to stop. And we are starting by next week. So what you want to do is to join immediately. And do have a great time. We'll continue connecting on the group. Thank you, and have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
All right, man. Good night, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Good night.
All right, man. Good night.
See you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.